The Grizzlies ended the Warriors' season last night with a number of incredibly clutch plays. While we can't ignore how incredible Ja Morant was down the stretch for his team, making clutch basket after basket, I want to explore their defense, the game within the game, and how they defended Steph Curry, which ultimately was one of the biggest reasons why they advanced and the Warriors went fishing. The first thing everyone learns about man-to-man defense is to stay between your man and the basket. And yet, check how Dillon Brooks positioned himself on Curry. He's on the high side, and this game plan only works if Brooks has support by another defender closer to the basket. Here, it's Valanciunas dropping to take away the backdoor cut. This eliminated Curry from the possession altogether, and I'm sure the Grizzlies were more than happy to give up a jumper to Kevon Looney. The Warriors adjusted by having Curry himself set some screens to lure Brooks out of position, while also clearing the basket area so there's no support on back cuts. This wasn't a good pass. It bounced and sat up, but credit Curry for altering his vector to receive it and somehow twist to get the and one. The Warriors finally altered where Steph started in the possession, the corner, yet Green practically throws this pass to Brooks on the backdoor cut, where Valanciunas was also waiting in perfect held position. They eventually figured out that if they cut Curry across the floor, suddenly Brooks is trailing, and they use a pin down to the other corner to get him open for this three. At this point, the Grizzlies shifted their focus to the other method of defending Curry, the double team. At least for the Warriors, they were used to this and had a better sense of how to attack it. On the handoff, Draymond is slow getting out of there, allowing Tillman to show as a second defender, but with the Warriors' poor spacing, Anderson can jump to the ball and force it out of his hands. Curry does a nice job to keep moving and suck Ja into the paint, opening up the only three Bazemore hit. Having been marginalized in the offense for the first quarter and a half, Curry decided to not give the ball up so easily in the face of their double team. Tillman can double from one pass away, not worried about Draymond shooting an open three, and it becomes a quadruple team as Curry gets to the basket. Anderson had too many people to worry about on the weak side, and Golden State gets the dunk. Steve Kerr had to be concerned about setting high pick and rolls for him, which would invite the double team and get it out of Curry's hands early in the possession. But Curry immediately cuts open towards the corner. Why didn't Bazemore give it to him? And why did Bazemore make this post move? And why did Grayson Allen block him so viciously? Well, that's his job. Anderson was terrific for the Grizzlies on defense all game long. He steps up to show the double when his man ball screens near the half-court line. Again, look how bad the spacing is for the Warriors. Anderson doesn't have to worry about JTA 40 feet from the basket and reads the telegraphed pass for yet another steal. This was about over for the Warriors, down 7 with a little over 2 minutes left. But they finally solved the constant showing of the double team on Curry. The early lob to Draymond got him going downhill. And again, the spacing was bad as Toscano Anderson cuts early and brings his man right to the help. But credit Green for the nice finish. And that brings us to the potential game winner, which the Grizzlies were going to guarantee wasn't shot by Curry. There is the double. And what if Poole had ran up and backscreened Anderson here? Could Draymond have hit Curry running to the right corner for a good look? Instead, the Grizzlies give Green the floater. Credit to Tillman's contest, knowing there was not enough time left to throw it to his man in the corner, but this was a makeable shot. Green gets too close. He loses control of the ball on the way up, and this will no doubt keep Draymond awake at night for a while. And in overtime, Brooks went back to the high side, and so they ran Curry across the court for the pin down in the right corner. This invited the double team back out to half court. With good spacing, they skip for a 3-on-2 and generate a nice layup. But the defense was withering to the Warriors, and they simply couldn't handle the swarm of the defenders after the initial double team of Curry, throwing passes away, bricking up inefficient shots from the perimeter, and ultimately putting players in position to make plays off the dribble when they're simply not quite ready for it. With a team so dependent on Steph Curry to generate shots, it was the perfect game plan to take him out of as many possessions as possible. The dude still hit 39 freaking points, but nothing was easy. And Memphis was unique in that it had a guy like Dillon Brooks who could unleash his inner Doberman and sick himself all over Curry wherever he went. I can't wait to see how Grit and Grind 2.0 fares against the Jazz. But I know Donovan Mitchell will want no part of what's in store for him, and it should be an intense series. If you like this, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, because I'll be breaking down as many playoff games as is humanly possible. After all, a B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation. You in?